skip this because there is not enough time. I just always put it there in case we have some time to kill. Why is there this red thing here? I have no idea. This line, I don't know where it comes from. Anyway, so we're gonna continue with where we left things the last time. So once again, if you need to take a picture or a screenshot or write things down for the vocabulary before we start the activity, because I don't know what you know already and what you don't, we can you can do that. I can stop on one of the slides for a little bit longer. So today we are going to talk about time again. We're going to continue the topic of time by talking about the actual time that you tell based on what time it is, like based on the clock. So it might look more complicated than it actually is, but it's actually fairly simple. So one method you can use is to divide the clock into parts, right? So we have the first half, in which you are going to talk about the minutes by saying the number of minutes and then past. So for instance, now it's 20 past 2. So you're going to count the numbers after the first line, right? So this is 5. I mean, you know how to tell the time, but just 5, 10. This is quarter, because a quarter is like a fraction. So basically you're talking about half of half. So okay, I'm not really good at explaining this, but so we tell the time almost by comparing it to a pie chart, right? To a pie, imagine, or a pizza. Okay, imagine a pizza. We cut the pizza in half, and the first half, in the first half, you count the numbers that are past the first line. In the second half, you count the numbers that are missing to reach the same line, basically. And then at every quarter of the pizza, right, we talk about, like we don't say the numbers, but we have like a more specific expression. For example, when it's here, it's o'clock, because basically, like it's 00. Imagine, try to remember o'clock as the O can remind you of the 0, maybe. Then you have the first quarter, because when you divide the pizza in 4, you have 4 quarters, right? Then when you're in the middle of the pizza, it's half past whatever time it is, and then quarter again, but quarter 2. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. And then o'clock again. So basically what we do in English is always using numbers from 1 to 12. We don't use, or actually even 00 instead of 12. But basically we don't use the 24 hours format. We just differentiate day from night by adding AM or PM, basically. Okay, after this terrible explanation, did you get any of that? Do you have any question? Because this is really hard to explain, I must say. I've never explained it. And it's really hard. It's hard to explain how to tell the time when you know how to do it, but it's hard to communicate that. So do you have any questions? Please just ask ahead, because I'm having a hard time here.
It's not that terrible though. Still
Yeah.
understandable.
Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Do you have any questions?
Paham ini Sheila sama Laras penggunaannya?
I'm trying. I'm trying to understand. Okay.
Okay, I'll just give you some examples. I'll give you some
please.
examples,
Please.
maybe.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. Okay. So, for instance, I seriously don't know what this line is. It's here as well. It's like, I don't know, whatever. Okay. So let's imagine, I don't know. Okay, so now here it's this is big. 2:25 p.m. I'll just put you a few examples, okay? Maybe we can put like, I don't know, 11. Then I don't know. And okay, first of all, let's focus on this, okay? PM and AM. So basically, imagine a clock. Okay, so when you're talking about time that comes before midday, which is 12, but during the day, okay, not 12 at night, but 12 with daylight. All right, just imagine sun or something. Okay, so everything that comes before that time is AM, and everything that comes after is PM. So if you say, for instance, 2, okay, so we have 2 AM, it means 2 at night, okay, when you're sleeping or something. If you say 2 PM, it means during the day. So for example, it's the time that it is right now here, more or less. This comes from Latin, actually. It's like ante-meridiem and post-meridiem. I don't know if this will help you remembering it, but basically anti means before and post just means after. And meridium means basically 12. It's like, you know, when many years ago, when we invented time, okay, we had, I think people were putting a stick in the ground. I don't know if you're familiar with that. We had a stick in the ground, and then depending on how the sun was, you know, like hitting the stick, you would have different shadows. Are you familiar with that? I don't know if you've done it in history or something. So this is just to make you remember. You don't have to know this. It's just to help you remembering it. So basically, it's based on how we measured time back in the days. All right. So 3 p.m. Okay. Basically, just imagine that the M stands for the 12. you can maybe even remember midday, right? It's in English, it's midday. That means 12 o'clock p.m. Yes, p.m. I always mix them up because 12 is a little bit tricky. Anyway, so it's midday. It's 12 during the day. All right. So just remember that A stands for before. So AM means before 12, and PM means after. So instead of maybe, I don't know if, I think in Indonesia you're like us and you probably use, instead of saying 2:25, for example, you probably do this, I think, right? Am I right?
Right, correct.
Okay, so we also do that. That's like the I think they call it military time. But anyway, in English, you don't do that. You see it maybe sometimes on the clock or something, but we don't use this. We you have to remember maybe the instead of the digital clock, you should probably think about this one, okay, like the one with hands moving depending on the time, because you know, when it's 14:25, for example, the hand is on 2, right? So if you remember that, you will probably have it easier when saying it in English, because in English we don't say these kind of numbers. We only use the corresponding number from 1 to 12. So this time becomes this in English. So it's 25, okay, 25 past 2. Why? Because if you cut the pizza, okay, imagine a pizza, if you cut it in half, in this first half, it's past something, okay? So you say the minutes first. For example, you know, sorry, actually, this is the hours, but anyway, imagine, okay, like 5, 10, whatever. In this case, it's 25. So you say 25 past 2 in this case. Same here. Almost, actually, because these are the exceptions, okay? Remember when we said that this is a pizza you can cut in 4 parts? The points in which you cut the pizza is are a little bit different. So in this case, we have 30. So you can say 30 past 11, you can say that. But if you want, you can also say 11:30. You will hear that. You will hear many people say both. So either is fine. So you can say, let's put it simply, and let's just say 30 past 11. Although I'm pretty sure the majority of the people would say the other, because the English love to, you know, do things differently from the rules. You know, they love exceptions. Anyway, so this would be, let's say, 30, again, 30 past 11 a.m. So a.m. means that it's in the morning. Okay, in the morning, like half an hour before 12, midday. This one, 3:45, can be read by considering the second half, okay, which is the half in which you count the minutes that you need to reach the 12. So in this case, it's here, right? So this is another quarter. In these first two, you talk about quarters. So this becomes quarter or a quarter to 4 because there are 15 minutes left to reach 4 o'clock. Okay, so in this case, you count the minutes that are missing to reach the next hour. If you say 3:45, it's not wrong, actually, because, you know, like languages change, and this is like the classic time telling saying, for example, a quarter to. But if you say 3:45, that's correct as well. Especially when you talk about timetables, like, you know, for example, train timetables or whatever, like the train leaves at 3:45. It's like maybe gives you a more direct idea of the time. Both are correct, actually, to be honest. But you will hear both probably. So it's good to know it so that you can recognize it as well. So PM means that it's in the afternoon because it's after 12, okay? So it's 3:45 or quarter to 4 PM, so in the afternoon. And this is 5. You can just say 5, but you can also say 5 o'clock to you know, like state that it's exactly, you know, 00. In this case, it's AM, so in the morning, right? So probably around when you wake up, or maybe even a little bit later. You guys, not me, because I'm terrible. I never wake up early. Okay, so I don't know if these examples are helpful, but I think that this is one of those things that you need to try to understand better. But first of all, I just want to know how confusing this is for you right now, or how clear it is, just to have an idea.
Okay, thank you before for your explanation. Explain. Yeah, my English is correct. Okay, pardon me. So I want to make sure. So it's before 12 we said AM, and after 12 we said PM. Yeah.
Yes.
Mean,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
And in example for now, so we said it's 7 PM because it's evening. Okay.
Yes. Wow. We have a genius. Awesome.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was great. Yeah. No, seriously, I think my explanation was very confusing. So you're really, really good.
It's easy to understand. Yeah, because you said after.
So my sister is there. She's like, yeah, it was confusing. I didn't even know she was there. Okay, thank you. No, but I know.
So Miss Becky, really I think you need to give them some like practice with the example, just like practice for them.
Yes,
they have to answer.
Totally.
Sorry.
So
first.
Oh yes.
Okay. How about quarter? Like a 3/4. 3 is same as a quarter. How we say it with quarter?
So as I was saying, you know, imagine to divide. Oh, I think there is a little bit of an internet problem. So basically, imagine to divide this in 4. Okay. I'm not sure that you're hearing me because the internet is a little bit laggy. So in this case, basically you only consider the first and the last quarter. Okay. So this and this. So when you're here, when the long hand is here, you count the basically how much is left to reach this. All right. So in this case, you say 1/4 to, and then you consider. So for example, this is really hard to explain. So as we said, okay, like 3:45. All right. This is 15 minutes left to reach 4, right? There are 15 minutes left to reach 4. So instead of saying 15 minutes, we just say 1/4 because it's 1/4 of 1 hour, all right? Is that your brother or something? Hi. All right, so instead of saying 15 minutes, we just say 1/4 because it's, I guess, faster. So in this case, you say that it's 1/4 to 4, which means it's like a short version of saying there are 15 minutes left to reach 4 o'clock. Same here when it's, for example, let's say 3:15, okay? In this case, it's 15 minutes past the o'clock time, right? So in this case, you just talk about how much time has passed after this time, this hour. So in this case, it's 15 minutes past 3. So you just say, to make it faster, it's 1/4 past 3. So as you can see from this this clock, in the pink part, you say past. So you count from here on. And in the green part, you count how much is left to reach the next hour. So you say 2 instead of past. Although it's not wrong if you want to just say 3:45, you will hear people saying that. It depends on many different things. But it's good to know because you will hear this a lot as well. So, you know, at least when someone is telling you the time, you can recognize it.
Okay.
Is it maybe?
Okay.
Is it clear?
Okay, I wanna try first. So if
Yes.
I'm at 2:30, so we could say at 2:15 a.m. Is it like that?
Oh no. Okay, no. So we only talk about quarters in the first and the last.
Oh.
Okay. So here we just say half because basically 2/4 is half. You know, like math, 2/4 basically is like 1/2. So it's just easier to say half instead. Like you wouldn't say 2/4. You just say half because it's, you know, like you can divide it in 2. But the principle is the same because instead of it's like a fraction as well, right? It's when you cut it in half, it's still the same principle of cutting it in 4 parts. So yeah, it makes sense as a concept, but you would just say half. So you can say, instead of, for example, 3:30, you can say 30 past. Half past 3. Instead of saying 3:30, you can say 3:30.
Okay, sorry. For example, when we want to finish the quiz, and I ask with Miss the time. So Miss say that we have time 1/4. Is it like that?
Can you repeat the question, please? I'm not sure I got it.
So this is, for example, when we have the quiz, and the quiz will be finished, that I ask you with Miss, what time we will finish the quiz, and you said that we have 1/4. Is it like that?
We have 1/4. I'm not sure I understood it. 4:15? Did you say that?
Probably apa namanya? Siapa namanya? Laras. Sorry. Probably Laras, you can give us the numbers. At what time you have to finish the exam, and let Miss Becky teach you how to pronounce the number. I mean the time, the watch.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, so Miss Laras actually asking to you about the she wants to finish the exam, but don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Okay, moment. Jam berapa, Ras? Di apa, jam 4, jam 4 lewat atau jam 4:15 atau gimana ceritanya?
The time is 15 minutes.
The time is 15 minutes. Okay, Miss. Okay, moment.
Mungkin maksud Laras 15 menit lagi habis kali ya Bu kelasnya. Jadi nyebutinnya kalau kelasnya bakal berakhir dalam waktu apa jam
15 menit lagi habis gitu.
Are you asking, like, for example, if we are in an exam and you ask me how much time is left for the end of the exam, and I can say there are 15 minutes left, something like that?
Oh, okay. So probably the end of the finish time for the exam, it's 2:15 a.m.
Oh, 2:15. Okay, in that case,
okay, so
you can say the exam will end at 2:15.
2:15.
In this case, a.m. Well, a.m. in the morning.
a.m. probably p.m.
a.m. is in the morning. I mean, if you have exams in the morning, it's, well, very good for you. It means you're super super strong.
It's exam abroad, Miss. It's exam abroad.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So in that case, you can say it will finish at 2:15. You can also say 2:15. It's not wrong, as I said. It's not wrong to say 2:15, but you also say you can also say at 2:15. 2:15 is the end of the exam, basically. But you don't say 2:15 minutes. That wouldn't be understood. You can say it will end or it will finish at 2:15 because you're reading it in a sort of I don't know, almost as if you're reading a schedule. Okay, like the way you're writing it, it's very clear when you have to give it time for schedules. For example, when the train is leaving, when the bus is leaving, it's clearer because sometimes maybe it's not exactly at like 15, half, etc. Maybe it's like at 2:47 or something. So it's easier to say it like that. Otherwise, you have to count how many minutes are left to reach. Like it's a little bit more complicated. So sometimes you can use that to make it clearer immediately and not to have to count how many minutes are left. Because instead of saying, for example, okay, like we have 2:47. Okay, instead of saying the train leaves, or I don't know, the exam finishes at 2:47, you can also say that it finishes at you have to count, right? So 47, 48, 49, 50, and then you count, like you have to count 13 minutes to the next hour. So so you can say it's 13 to 3, but that's a little bit complicated sometimes, because not everybody can do can count like that on the spot. It's sometimes it's a bit confusing. So I guess you can just say 2:47, but when it's like exactly at a quarter or half, you can just say that because it's very immediate, right?
Yes. Okay. So
So
pardon me, Miss.
yeah.
So I want to make sure. So if in Indonesia, if the waktu apa? The time in for example 7 in Indonesia 7:15. So we said in English quarter past 8.
Did you say 8:15?
No, 8:15.
So I didn't hear
no.
the number.
7:15. 7
Okay.
7:15 in Indonesia.
Okay.
So we said in
Okay.
English quarter to 8.
7:15.
No.
Quarter to 7.
I mean, that would be correct if it were 7:45.
45.
Okay, that would be 2,
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah,
as you
yeah.
can see here, okay, that would be here, right? So we have 15 minutes, like we have a quarter to the next.
To the next.
If it were like you said 7:15, so that means that it's in this part. So it's 15 minutes after 7. So that means that it's a quarter past 7.
Oh,
So you
quarter
say,
past 7. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
If 7:45, so I said quarter to 8.
Yes.
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah.
Mantap.
Woo!
Thank you.
Awesome.
Laras too.
Yes.
Okay.
Cosa devi prendere? Ti devo passare qualcosa? Sorry. My sister is visiting and she needs stuff in the room anyway. Okay, so if you want, we can we have a few minutes left and we can try with a few examples. I put this here, which shows you what time it is in different parts of the world, because of time zones. So we can just pick a random country and we can ask each other what time it is, I don't know, somewhere. For example, I'll give you an example with Miss Putri maybe. So let's see. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Miss Putri, what time is it in Mumbai?
In Mumbai. Where is Mumbai? Mumbai.
I'm showing, I think, can you see the
this one
here?
This one.
Yeah.
So it's 22 past 6.
Yes, great. Oh, thank you for telling me. I really needed to know right now. Okay,
you're welcome. Very welcome, Miss.
So you can ask each other similar questions just to practice a little bit, okay? You can pick whatever city. You don't need to know where they are. You will discover when we click on it if you don't know. It's just to practice, okay? So who wants to start?
I want to start first.
Yay! Okay, awesome. Are you asking or are you answering?
Laras yang nanya apa yang jawab?
Yang jawab.
Yang jawab. I just want to answer. I can't choose.
Okay. Then maybe Sheila can ask you the question.
Okay, I want to try. What time in okay, and in Caracas?
What is the worst? I can find.
Wait a second.
Caracas.
Wait a second.
Caracas.
Caracas di mana sih, Bu?
Yeah, I'll show you just a moment.
Okay.
I'm considering.
At
Where is it? Caracas?
Yes, yeah.
Caracas.
Yes.
Okay.
at 8:54.
Okay. But remember when we talked about, which is, I mean, I would understand, but do you remember when we showed the clock that is half in one color and the other half in another color? So this is in the half, in the green half, technically. Let me show you. Right. Okay, so instead of saying, like, you use past for the first half and you use 2 in the second, right? So where is the long hand in this case, in the first or in the second half?
Pardon, can you repeat again, Miss?
Oh, I'm asking Miss Laras actually.
Oh yeah, okay. Laras.
Laras is this hand, you know, the big hand, long hand of the clock, is it in the first half or in the second half?
Sorry, miss, I can't hear very well.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, so this line, okay, can you see the clock here?
Yes.
Okay, so this one, the big one, right? The big hand, this is called the hand of the clock. This one, is it in the first half or in the second half?
Huh? Apa itu?
So this is the first half and this is the second half.
The
Is
second
it
half.
in
In the second half.
yes, perfect. Okay, so instead of saying past, we should say 2 and then count how many minutes are left, right? So imagine it's still 55. Imagine it's still 55. Don't look here because it's a little bit, you know, trickier. But
55 second 8. Past second 8.
okay, but in the second half, look, we we use 2, right? We count how many minutes are past a certain time in the first one, and in the second we count how many are left to reach the next time. So in this is a mess right now, but let me show you. Okay, so in this case we have a clock, right? So it's I mean 9 we said, and then okay, this is very bad, but bear with me. Okay, this is right. So basically what we do in this second half is we count how many minutes are left to reach this point. So in this case, how many minutes are left? Like if we have 9:55, okay, how many minutes are left to reach 10 o'clock?
Oh.
how many minutes? So we are at 9:55, okay? So we have 56, 57, 58, 59, and then you get at 10. So we have
5.
yes, 5 minutes to 10. So it's there's a little bit of maths in doing in telling the time in English, I guess. So it's 5 to Miss Laras, 5 to
I think Laras have a problem with the season. Cuaca apa? The weather,
Oh,
the hard.
oh
writing.
yes, I'm reading now. Okay. So maybe I'll just type it in the chat as well. So in order to say 9:55. Wait, I can't speak and write at the same time. Found okay. Basically, in order to say, I mean, you can also say 9:55, but especially when it's so close to, you know, some, let's say, more round number, you would say it's 5 to 10. So 5, here we have 5, 5, 10, quarter to, etc. So 5 to 10. I don't know if you still have time or if you have to go. But if you have time, you can try maybe another one to see if you got it. Otherwise, it's okay. We can continue next time.
You have time, maybe sedikit lagi apaan sih, Bu?
Still enough time.
Aha, okay. Okay, so do we maybe want to try some other ones? Asking each other questions.
Can I try, Miss? May I try?
Yes, totally.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. By the way, okay, so the way to ask for the time, I mean, there are probably many different ways if I think about it, but you know, simple way to ask for it is, what time is it in Jakarta, for example? Okay, so what time is it in blah 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 blah. So you can use this formula to ask.
What time is it
in? So maybe because you asked Miss Laras, maybe Miss Laras can ask you if the connection is working. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe you can type it, Miss Laras.
Where are you, Laras? Oh yeah. I think we have a problem.
Yes, she's here.
I
think so.
What? Sorry, I can't hear so well now.
Yeah, no, but if
my
you want, you can wait. You can use the chat. You can use the chat as well if it's easier.
Pardon me, Miss. So I want to make sure before from the question, Lara's question about this. So if the time except for the example in Indonesia 8:50 55. So we said we said 8. No 8. Yeah, we said 5 past. No. 5 past 9 or 5 past 8. Like this.
You said 8:55, right?
Yeah.
8:55.
Okay, so in this case, imagine where the big hand of the clock goes, right? It goes here, right? 55. So you're, oh my gosh. So maybe I'll just, let me see. Okay. So it's here, right? So you're in the green part in this graph, basically. So it's 2. So you count 5, which was correct. 5, 2, and then
yeah.
okay, because it's 5 minutes to get, like, imagine maybe a longer sentence that would say something like, there are 5 minutes left to reach, for example, 10. I can't remember what. Oh no, you said 8:55. Okay, so 5 minutes. There are 5 minutes left to reach 9. Okay, so you just make it shorter and you say that it's 5 to 9.
5 to 9. Oh, okay. If example 10, 50, so I said 5 to 11. For example, 10, 50, 55, 10:55. So I said 5 to 11.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Perfect. Yes.
Rumit
So,
ya.
yeah, no, it's not easy. It's not even
easy,
easy
yeah.
to explain it. So you're great just for understanding it. So Miss Lara asked a question. She's not here. But
She's
she
not
asked a
here
question
anymore.
in the
She's
chat.
not longer here anymore.
Yeah. But she asked a question in the chat. What time is it in Korea Selatan? Where
Korea.
is it?
In Korea.
I mean, what does Selatan mean?
Where is Korea?
Yeah, I mean, there is Seoul. I don't know if that's what she meant.
Oh.
Yeah, Seoul, South Korea.
Oh, yeah, Seoul. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I don't know what Selatan means. So I guess it means south then. South?
Oh, yeah.
South Korea. South
Okay.
Korea.
Okay, no. I'll try to remember. Okay, so what time is it in South Korea or in Seoul?
4 past 10. Oh, no. No. And
It's okay.
it's correct.
No, I mean the principle. Just maybe look here. Maybe it's easier. It can tell you how many minutes it is.
How many? Between 12 to 1, yeah, Miss. Oh, the minutes. Ya nggak sih, Bu?
12.
I mean, you said it's 4 past. 4
Yeah,
past
before,
10.
because the minutes 6, so I think it's 4 past 10, but I think it's not correct.
Almost. I mean, actually, the way you said it was perfect. So because you said 4 past 10. So that was actually correct. You got it. But I mean, technically it's, I mean, by now it's 8 past.
Oh, so two past 10? No?
No. Okay. So these numbers here are the hours. Okay, are the hours. For the minutes, you have to imagine them to change every 5. Okay, like where here you see a change by 1 hour. It's like a change in 5 minutes. So actually, maybe here you can see it. See, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This is 30. And then, I mean, this is 35, but it's 25 to the next one, etc. So just imagine the time to change. Just, I mean, how do you say it in Indonesian, actually? Maybe that will help you. How do you say it? If you have to say this time, for example, how do you say it?
22 9.
Okay, you just read it like that.
No, same like 9 minutes past 20. 9 minutes past 20.
Okay, so use the same principle, right?
Okay, sama aja sih sebenarnya, Sel. Kayak sekarang kan jam 8:09, ya kan? Oh, actually, no, it's different. So we said the hours first, then the minutes. So now
actually, if I think about it, we do the same in Italian. Yeah, we do the same in Italian. Okay, so in this case, you say the minutes first. So, but you use the same. I mean, obviously, but so every bit is like 5 minutes more, right? Like here it's 5 minutes, here it's 10, here it's 15, 20, 25, etc. Right?
So I said 10 past 10.
Yes.
Oh,
perfect. Yes.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
Yes.
So if the which in gimana sih mau ngomongnya? Kalau jarumnya tuh ke arah kiri, yang 6 ke atas berarti itu tuh kan?
Iya tuh, betul. Kalau sini yang dari 1 sampai 6 tuh pas.
Pas. Oh, so Miss, if the which 22/7 in Indonesia, 22 for hours and 7 for minutes. 22/7. So I said in English. Berarti dikurangin kan, Bu? 60 menit itu dikurangin sama 35. Gitu nggak sih?
Jam berapa berarti? Jam 10:07 maksudnya, Sela?
Ya, jam 10 jarum panjangnya ke 7.
Jam 10 jarum panjangnya ke 7. Oh iya, jadi apa tuh? Kurangnya berapa?
60. So, ya. Jadi 60 menit dikurang 35 kan?
Iya, berapa?
So I said 25 to 11. Salah ya hitungannya. 60.
Almost. You're really close. You're so close. It's not easy. It just takes some practice. But remember that in the first part, in the first half,
Miss,
you use past. You use past.
Yes.
And in the second part, you use to. Okay.
Okay.
So in this case, you said 22:07, right? So wait, let me write it type it in the chat. This is the time you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In this case, the 7 is here, right? It's in the first part.
Yeah, Miss.
So you just say 7 past.
Okay.
10.
Okay. If the right, it's difference, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
The
Mishila, I'm sorry, Mishila, I thought you said this. It's not this?
Ya. Kalau kayak gitu gimana, Bu? Berarti dikurangin kan 60 kurang 35.
See, Mishila means is this actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know why I heard
Sorry.
25, right? That's why she said 25 to 10.
Oh, I'm so bad at
Okay,
English.
okay. So you said 21:35, right? This is the actual time you said. Okay. So yeah, in that case it's correct. It's 25 to 10. Yes.
Like
In that case it's
this.
correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you,
I
Miss.
just
Thank
heard
you.
something else for some reason. I don't know
But-
why.
but-
Okay.
But pardon, but I understood your concept, your explanation, walaupun little. Gimana sih ngomongnya? Walaupun dikit tapi udah paham sih konsepnya gitu.
So you understand the concept already, Mishila?
Yes, little, but
Okay.
I understood,
Okay.
I think.
I mean, if you want, I can give you some, I don't know, some sheets to practice at home or something. If you want to just try it a few times, because I guess this is the kind of things that the more you practice, the more it comes automatic. Or maybe, I can ask you at every lesson, I can ask you randomly what the time is.
Yeah.
I will. So that, like after asking you a few times, I'm sure you'll get it. It's just a matter of practice.
Yes.
Because it works a little bit like the time, the way you say the time works a little bit different for every language. In German, for example, it's even more complicated. It's I think in Polish as well. I don't know, like there are even some languages in which it's even more complicated. So it's just a matter of practice. So maybe we can do this. Would you like to have some sheets, like classic homework to work on, like with the time to tell, or would you prefer me to ask you, or we can do both as you wish, what kind of strategy would help you the best? Asking you, like at every lesson, maybe I can ask you sometimes what time it is, or I don't know, a sheet to practice on, or I don't know, something else. I also have a conversation kind of homework for next time if you want to do it. But like maybe, I mean, you might ask the time, but like once or twice in the conversation. So it's not that frequent, I guess. So I don't know, what would you prefer to practice?
If you want, give us homework for the practice, I think it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe,
Then
tapi
I'll
jangan
do that.
banyak-banyak. But not too much, Miss.
No, don't worry.
Thank you.
Just something to practice. Actually, you have the meeting now, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can finish this next time. Maybe we can finish this next time. Because I wanted to do a role play, but I don't know if we can, because I wanted to do, maybe we can do also small homework if you want. You and Laras or the others, if they're still participating, maybe you can prepare like a small conversation, imagining that you're at the bus stop. Okay, you're waiting for the bus. And maybe one of you has the time and the other one doesn't know what time it is, and you can ask, what time is the, I don't know, bus arriving? I mean, you can use whatever tense you want. I'm more
simple conversation, Miss.
Yeah. Simple conversation, something like that. Maybe we can do that. You can say whatever you wish. Maybe try to use stuff that we talked about so far. So maybe you can, you know, ask for the time, or maybe you can ask, I don't know, you can say something like, oh yeah, the first bus, or something like that, you know. Maybe something about the month. Oh yeah, like, I don't know, I have no idea. you can try to be creative. Maybe just try to use those few simple things we said in a conversation. You know, like, imagine that you don't know what time the bus arrives and you need to ask someone else to help you with that. Something practical, okay, like something that you would use. And then you can show us the conversation you prepared in the next lesson, maybe.
Okay, I'm trying, Miss. Okay.
I'll write it down
Yeah,
so that it's
I'll-
clearer.
Okay, I'll write it down. Okay.
Probably you can also talk about the time, right?
Yeah. Or, you know, like, oh yeah, but I don't know. Oh, the bus always arrives at 2 on Thursdays. Oh, but today it's Friday, or something like that, you know, like, you can even use the you know, the examples we used last time in the game. Wait, let me show you.
I'm trying.
See if it works. Okay. So, for example, you know, even the question, I don't know, maybe it's not that natural to ask in a conversation, oh, now that I've met you, what's your favorite month? I don't think people would ask that, but still, if you want, you can just throw stuff like that. It doesn't matter, as long as you're, you know, like, practicing some kind of conversation using those, because it would also help you remembering the words and the concepts if you have some kind of conversation in your head to connect it to some practical examples.
Okay, Miss. I'm trying. Thank you. Terus coba, memang harus banyak-banyak latihan.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit confusing because I have to get back to teaching again in a while. I forgot how to teach. Oh my gosh, that's seriously, like, even like now with all the lockdowns and everything, I even forgot how to have social conversations. Like, the other day I was like, oh my gosh, no, seriously, because it's like you don't have the same kind of human contact, you know. So it's like I forget like how to be social. I'm like, this is not normal.
So you have too much social distancing, right?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
No worries. Okay, Sheila, do you understand about the homework?
Yes, I
Okay,
have.
so you have to pair up probably with Miss Sheila. So
Okay.
you can talk with Miss Sheila, but you don't have to worry because I will share this PowerPoint to our group. Okay.
Yes, please. Thank you, Miss.
You're very welcome. So right now it's the time for you to have a meeting.
I think so. Yeah, I'm so sad.
No worries, we still have plenty times with Miss Becky, right, Miss Becky?
Yeah.
But we will see you again on next week and the webinar also. Okay. Oh yeah, Miss Becky. Before we start the webinar, probably we're gonna have like a practicing first. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I don't know at what day or what time. So we'll see. Okay, we were waiting for your picture, your best picture.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, your best picture. Your beautiful picture.
Ooh, no, right?
Can't promise anything.
Okay. Okay then. Do you want to add more things, Miss Becky?
No, I think there's plenty of information. Wait, no, I guess it's yeah, that's it. I hope you understood at least something from this, but I'm sure with the more we practice and the easier it will get.
Mhm.
Have
Okay.
more practice.
Yeah, you also can practice alone, Miss Sheila. Just write it down to your book probably and show us your homework, your own homework to us, right? About the time.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
just
I'll
to make
send
sure
you a
understand.
few sheets if you feel you need to practice like that, because I guess what works best for you to learn something new, because we all have different methods and stuff, so we can try different things, and I guess you can see what works best. But I will send you some material so that you can see what works.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, then thank you very much for today. Yeah, we are the Charlie's Angels, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we're gonna see you again next week. Yeah, I hope we're still healthy and just take care of yourself. Yeah, during the weather and the situation. Okay. Thank you very much for your attention, Miss Sheila. Yeah, and also you. I hope Miss Becky get well soon. Yeah. Okay, recovery very soon. Yeah. Okay, that's it. That's all. Have a good day for you, Miss Becky, and have a good night for two of us, Miss Sheila. Okay. Yeah, have a good rest. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Miss
Bye.
Becky, Miss
Yeah.
Putri. Bye-bye.